To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Self-trust is the first secret of success. Insist on yourself, never imitate. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. A man is what he thinks about all day long. The reward of a thing well done is to have done it. Adopt the pace of nature, her secret is patience. Every artist was first an amateur. The earth laughs in flowers. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. The mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns to its original dimensions. Do not be too timid and squeamish about your actions. Build a better mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door. A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. The only way to have a friend is to be one. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Every wall is a door. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. People only see what they are prepared to see. Finish each day and be done with it. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. A man should learn to detect and watch that gleam of light which flashes across his mind. For every minute you are angry you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind. Nature always wears the colors of the spirit. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. The ancestor of every action is a thought. What you shout so loudly in my ears I cannot hear what you say. Great men are they who see that spiritual is stronger than any material force. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. The years teach much which the days never know. Our chief want in life is someone who shall make us do what we can. Beware when the great God lets loose a thinker on this planet. All life is an experiment. Shallow men believe in luck. The only gift is a portion of thyself. Character is higher than intellect. What we learn in schools and colleges is not education, but the means of education. Nothing astonishes men so much as common sense and plain dealing. A great man is willing to be little. Do not be too severe upon yourself. Nature never hurries, yet everything is accomplished. Trust men and they will be true to you. The secret of education lies in respecting the pupil. Thought is the blossom, language the bud, action the fruit behind it. Every man I meet is my superior in some way. The world makes way for the man who knows where he is going. We become what we think about. Nothing external to you has any power over you. It is not length of life, but depth of life. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. There is no great and no small to the soul. Do what you know, and perception is converted into character. The best effect of fine persons is felt after we have left their presence. Every minute you are angry you lose happiness. Men are what their mothers made them. As to methods, there may be a million, but principles are few. Truth is beautiful, without doubt, but so are lies. Do not go through life, grow through life. A man is relieved and gay when he has put his heart into his work. Power ceases in the instant of repose. Nature hates calculators. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. A great man is always willing to be little. Speech is power, speech is to persuade, to convert, to compel. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. The world belongs to the energetic. No change of circumstances can repair a defect of character. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. A friend might well be reckoned a masterpiece of nature. Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when it's the only one you have. You cannot do wrong without suffering wrong. The greatest gift is a portion of yourself. A man is usually more careful of his money than of his principles. The measure of a master is his success in awakening others. When it is dark enough, you can see the stars. He is rich who owns the day. Imitation is suicide. The moment of victory is much too short to live for that. The less a man thinks or knows about his virtues, the better we like him. Nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles. Do not be so open-minded that your brains fall out. There is properly no history, only biography. The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. The first wealth is health. A man is what he worships. Our life is not so much threatened as our perception. God enters by a private door into every individual. The soul knows no persons. Do not say things. What you are stands over you the while. Hitch your wagon to a star. Every violation of truth is not only a sort of suicide, but a stab at the health of human society. Be silly. Be honest. Be kind. The universe is full of magical things patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. All diseases run into one, old age. To laugh often and much is success. Each age must write its own books. A man must consider what a blind man would think. Nature is a mutable cloud. A great soul will be strong to live as well as think. The reward of virtue is virtue. Life wastes itself while we are preparing to live. What we seek we shall find. Every sweet has its sour. There is no beautifier of complexion, or form, like the wish to scatter joy. Always do what you are afraid to do. Character teaches above our wills. The sky is the daily bread of the eyes. What is a weed? A plant whose virtues have not yet been discovered. The highest compact we can make with our fellow is, let there be truth between us two forevermore. Men are respectable only as they respect. The reason why the world lacks unity is because man is disunited with himself. Our strength grows out of our weakness. It is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. The value of a principle is the number of things it will explain. Good thoughts are no better than good dreams unless they be executed. Nothing is so contagious as enthusiasm. You send your life out into the world every day. Beauty is God's handwriting. A man should never be ashamed to own he has been in the wrong. What we become depends on what we read after all the professors have done with us. Every man has his own courage. The essence of greatness is neglect of the self. The mind is a better ruler than the senses. The only right is what is after my constitution. The happiest man is he who learns from nature the lesson of worship. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind. A man is what he loves. Trust thyself, every heart vibrates to that iron string. Thought is the seed of action. The best lightning rod for your protection is your own spine. Society everywhere is in conspiracy against the manhood of every one of its members. Do not seek yourself outside yourself. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The end of the human race will be that it will eventually die of civilization. There is no knowledge that is not power. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. To be great is to be misunderstood. A man is relieved when he has put his heart into his work. Be an opener of doors. Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. Life is a perpetual instruction in cause and effect. The wise man in the storm prays God not for safety from danger, but for deliverance from fear. Every moment is a fresh beginning. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Solitude, the safeguard of mediocrity, is to genius the stern friend. Every man carries in his eye the exact indication of his rank. A man finds room in a few square inches of his skull for all the world. There is a difference between genius and talent. Talent knows what to do, genius knows what to leave undone. The condition of success is to do something about it. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm, but nothing great is ever achieved without endurance. We aim above the mark to hit the mark. The true test of civilization is not the census, nor the size of cities, nor the crops, but the kind of man the country turns out. A man is known by the companions he keeps. A great man is content to be misunderstood. People wish to be settled, only as far as they are unsettled is there any hope for them. The progress of culture is from the brute to the gentleman. There are two laws discrete, not reconciled, the law for man, and the law for thing. Our spontaneous action is always the best. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. The power of love, as the basis of a state, has never been tried. The secret of genius is to suffer no fiction to exist for us. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. The sum of wisdom is that time is never lost that is devoted to work. A man must be something to do something. All infractions of love and equity in our social relations are speedily punished. The truest test of civilization is the power of kindness. Nothing is secure but life, transition, the energizing spirit. The habit of analysis is the habit of victory. We are students of words, we are shut up in schools and colleges and recite grammars, but creative power belongs to the man who understands words as symbols. Nature is an endless combination and repetition of a very few laws. Nothing can be great which is not simple. The first thing in the world is to be oneself. A man's growth is seen in the successive choirs of his friends. We are as much informed of a writer's genius by what he selects as by what he originates. A foolish faith in authority is the enemy of truth. The success to which we are destined is not to do, but to be. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house a world, and beyond its world, a heaven. The years are conspirators against the sanity of man. Greatness once and forever has done with opinion. The less government we have, the better. A man should be just as large as his thoughts. The poet is the sayer, the namer, and represents beauty. Nothing is more potent than truth spoken quietly. There is no truth but in transit. All things are moral. The highest revelation is that God is in every man. Do not be deceived by the form of things. He who has put his heart into his work has done his best. The universe exists for the education of the soul. Life is too short to waste in translation. Every mind was made for growth, for knowledge, and for love.